At power forward, Chris Middleton. At shooting guard, Marcus Smart. At the other guard position, Jordan Poole. At the other forward position, Bilal Coulibaly. The head coach of the visiting team is Brian Keefe. And now, your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At shooting guard, 6 feet 7 inches, number 24, Brandon Miller. At the power forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 0, Miles Bridges. In the middle, standing 6'11", number 5, Mark Williams. At the other guard position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, LaMelo Ball. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'11", number 35, Kevin Durant.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And how about we check the numbers for Kevin Durant?
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now Washington's starting group. Chris Middleton is out there with Coulibaly. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Sarr in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Charlotte, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams. And it's KD in at the small forward. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Now here is Miller, and there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
And so here's Charlotte. Outside, Ball. Shot clock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper.
Here's Coulibaly. Smart on the wing. Ball against Poole. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Here's Poole. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Middleton looking it over. The high post shot. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Poole against Ball. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Jordan Poole picks one up. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase.
2 shots.
But Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild, though.
And the first one at the line is good. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Brogdon, he's checked in for the Wizards. And both free throws good for Williams. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Now here's Middleton. 11-point game his last outing.
Your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Pass to Williams. It's Miller on the way. To the paint and stolen by Song. Smart with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Back to Smart. Song, the pass to Middleton. Shoots over Bridges. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And there it is for him.
Now, this is the toughest shot, supposedly, in the NBA to get down. Durant's not having much of a problem from the mid-range.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And the Breakers dance crew.
Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10
season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Smart with this screen on Bridges. And Middleton kicks to Smart. The Wizards with another miss.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Bridges outside. Offline with his three. Wizards trail by 6. And here is Brogdon. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Minnesota.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Here's Brogdon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Now let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Charles Lee.
Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Smart following the shot by Kevin Durant. Sinks the three-pointer.
And Smart keeps the offense connected. Just does a great job of making sure they have a nice flow.
Outside ball. Pass to Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Middleton the pass to Sarr. Middleton outside. Ogden against Williams. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Here's Smart. And again, Washington with the triple.
And just playing aggressive basketball. Smart taking what's his out there.
Brogdon against Ball. Bridges a screen on Brogdon. Stolen by Middleton. Koulibaly with it. Williams picks him up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
That's good from Koulibaly. And he can't hit the second. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Middleton can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now, here's Ball. A 24-point outing in their last game against Denver. Hits the three-point bomb. KD's got 5 points so far.
So easy for KD. That's the shortest three on the floor.
Ogden against Ball. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your viewing entertainment, the Hornets dance team. Make some noise!
To check out the numbers for Kevin Durant. Averaging about 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Here's Smart taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to Middleton. Fires the three. The rebound by KD.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Bridges with it. Now defended by Sarr. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Wizards trail by 4. Pass to Sarr. Over Williams. And again, Washington no good. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Miller, no luck.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
For Washington, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And the first one drops.
And no doubt he's a defensive anchor. Smart's competitive spirit, it's just contagious.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. And a switcher also for one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Hornets leading by 3. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
So for the Wizards, George is checked in for Chris Middleton. And Kispert subbed in for Marcus Smart. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Ball against Brogdon. High arcing shot. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Now here's Ball. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
That's good from Ball.
Taken 3rd overall in 2020, LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
Now, here is George. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Holmes, good.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Ball with it, defended by Kispert. Ball kicks to Walker. Now, man. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Wizards trail by 4. To the middle. And stolen by Whitmore. Inside. And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's Carrington. Got it from 16 feet. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. Here's Whitmore. And he banks in the layup. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Pass to Holmes. Here's Koulibaly. It's George on the wing. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. There's the screen. From outside the arc. Koulibaly controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
On the wing, man. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's Ball with the three. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And we knew LaMelo was talented coming into the league. What we didn't quite know was how much of an impact he would make in terms of controlling the flow of the game.
Coulibaly with it. Whitmore defending. Holmes kicks to George. Here's Carrington. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Ball feeling it out a bit. Shoots the 3. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Kispert. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Man with it. Hasn't made one yet. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bays checked in for Coulibaly.
For Washington, number 14, Sadiq Bey.
Over to the wing. Right side, Ball. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Miller's checked in for Ball.
Brandon Miller.
Wizards trail by 5. Here's Diabate. Powered down with both hands.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So it's Washington now, following the score by Charlotte. George passes to Kispert. Bey wide open, and he fires. A three-pointer is right on target.
Encouraging to see Sadiq Bey just stay this confident and looking for that shot off the catch.
And when you watch Kispert, Brent, you can see the aggression he plays with when he's going at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes Corey will surprise you because he's a spot-up shooter and he's elite at doing that, but he will attack, go in there, and throw his body at guys to create some scoring opportunities.
Here's Carrington, following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Holmes. It's tipped, stolen by Walker. Man with it, working on Bey. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Whitmore. 8 points his last outing. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Pass to Holmes. Outside, George. And here's Kispert from the arc. Hornets with the rebound. This one for 3. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards trail by 6. Here's Carrington. The Wizards with another miss. Now Whitmore. Here's Miller. And it's Miller with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So it's Washington now, Trailing here by 8, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Now, the AC seemed to be cranked up in that one. It was chilly in the arena that night, at least on that end of the floor, just cold shooting all the way around.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. You've got Sadiq Bey, Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Smart, and it's Poole in at point guard. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Now, here is Miller. Just 5 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Williams kicks to Bridges. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
And they continue to control the glass.
And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Hornets.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Pass to Williams. Over Sarr. Williams' shot is off. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Wizards. 8-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Shots good by Middleton.
Now working in the mid-range, Middleton finding some ways to play in between.
KD, that's for 2. Rebound, Washington. Down low. The kick out to Poole. Another shot. Kevin Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, and the confidence Bridges plays with, really admirable. This guy knows he has the talent to compete in the NBA.
LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for the Hornets. Coulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. That one is no good. Wizards trail by 7. Poole with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Poole's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Miller against Smart. Bridges a screen on Smart. Out to Bridges. That's good. It's Miller with the assist. Bridges has got 9 points.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Poole, the pass to Middleton. To the paint. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And the voting for the dunk contest is just about over. So let's bring up the leading contenders for you. Boy, with the players on this list, you know this year's contest is going to be a fun one.
It is. And with their places in the contest almost wrapped up, I'm sure these guys are working on their moves already.
You look at Miller. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year it seems we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He wants to talk to his guys. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Hornets, number one.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Wizards trail by 9. Middleton outside. Pass to Saar. Here's Koulibaly. And another miss by Washington.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for one, LaMelo Ball.
Here's Koulibaly. 6 points for him. Pass to Poole. Saar sets the screen for Poole. And there's the call on Durant. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Wizards making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. To the inside, and stolen by Miller. Fast break, here we go. Fires from 18. Ball no good. Wizards trail by 9. Poole with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Poole the pass to Brogdon. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, everything in sync right now for Brogdon. Nice base, good timing, good release.
And Malcolm Brogdon, Brent has moved around a little bit in his career, but he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there. A guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentages.
Here's Poole. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. And Saar throws it down.
Assistant.
Most of Saar's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
There's Ball with the 3. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kicks it down to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Pass to Poole. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Hornets leading by 7. And here is Bridges. Poole with the steal. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. Here's Koulibaly. Misses the 3. Charlotte has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Williams, a screen on Poole. Here's Durant. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Pass to Koulibaly. Williams against Brogdon. Back to Koulibaly. Middleton outside. And the 3 off target.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Durant with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brogdon. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's around 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
This is his specialty. He sits on the bench. He gauges what's happening offensively, and he comes in and sticks the opponent's top scorer to freeze him out.
And so it's Washington with it, following the bucket by the Hornets. And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that matchup against the Nets, it won't be an easy one given it is coming on the back end of a back-to-back. But they've been playing some fantastic basketball lately. And when you are winning back-to-backs, you're feeling good about yourself.
And he makes the first.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead-by-example approach is so valuable to this squad.
And the Hornets making a change here. Walker's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Holmes. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Launches it. Washington with the rebound. Here's Carrington. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Now we get a chance to check out LaMelo Ball. The past month has been surreal. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Now, here's Ball. 13 points in the game. Inside. Diabate's shot is good. Diabate's got his second bucket tonight.
And the more experienced Ball gets, the more confident he gets in those situations. Great execution.
Brogdon outside. From 18 feet away. And that one drops. Brogdon's got 5 points so far.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Outside, Ball. There's Walker with the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Brogdon the pass to George. And it's Kispert in the corner. Brogdon outside. 4 on the clock. They double-team Brogdon. Here's Carrington. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Hornets leading by 9. Walker finds Ball.
And Ball understands how to get these calls, especially against aggressive defense.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
That's good from Ball. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte. And a switcher also for Washington. Dave's checked in. Ball hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Wizards trail by 11. Here's Carrington. Up top, Bay. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And Brent, talking about Saddiq Bey, he's the type of player that every team covers.
Well, you think about Saddiq Bey and where it is that he came from culturally in college, and this is a guy at his size and with his ability, you can plug in and play and know you're going to get genuine effort on a nightly basis. Utility guys like Saddiq Bey can be very valuable assets. He really makes the effort to give you a little bit of everything out there and try to make a difference.
Bey hits them both. Now here's Ball. 15 points in the game. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Ball. Here's Diabate. Guarded by Holmes. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Wizards trail by 10. Pass to Carrington. Back to Bey. And here's George. He has yet to score.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Hornets leading by 8. 1:52 left now here in the second. Here's Mann, defended by Kispert. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. Washington's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Pass to George. Now Kispert. The 3. Hornets with the rebound. Diabate's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Whitmore. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. The rebound by Carrington. Wizards trail by 10. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Bey. The 3. Good on the triple. Bey's got 8 points.
And Bey doing a great job of getting his feet ready to line that one up.
Here's Diabate. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the Wizards with possession. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Holmes. Tries a 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They've led by as many as 11 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Rashawn Holmes.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. The first one falls. Good on both. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Both these guys have been monsters over the past few weeks.
Yeah, they've been lighting it up out there, Ernie. You love to have a month as hot as he is, Shaq.
Stop it, Kenny. Every month is hot for me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Don't hog all the heat, Shaq. Spread it around, man.
No.
And now breaking down the first half we saw, what can you say about LaMelo Ball? He's putting on a show.
And one of the league's brightest young stars, LaMelo Ball, putting on a show. He makes big plays and has fun while doing it.
His creativity, Shaq, it makes the game fun to watch.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.